What's up, you guys? Chet Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all from another night here in my galley, here on my Sophia Shiloh, coming to you all with another day, another vlog. It was rainy outside. Actually, today I actually kind of intended on doing something cool, but I didn't. Thought about making another kayaking video, but not the end of the world. Just a little bit rainy, a little bit drizzly. I don't know, could have done something more exciting. But you guys, for today's vlog, I figured I'd talk to you all about something that has been a personal favorite of mine and a major thing I was obsessed with when I was a kid growing up in the state of Tennessee from ages about 11 to 16, dropped off a few years, and I kind of picked it up a little bit. But that, my friends, is my obsession with the trading card game Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, yes, one of the big three, along with Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Spans all the way back to 1998 in Japan in 1996. The series has been going on for a while, although it kind of goes on in intervals. You had Yugi, and then you had Jade and Yuki from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and then, well, downhill it went from there. But you guys, I figured I would talk about my experiences when I was a kid growing up with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. Actually, one of my first big obsessions. The other one was Pokemon. I still play that too. Granted, I'm 27 going on 28, but the games are classics, absolute classics. I don't know how I feel about Shield and Sword though. But you guys, it all started when a friend of mine in my 5th grade class brought in a Beckett magazine, a Beckett Collector Yu-Gi-Oh! Magazine. And one of the things that fascinated me about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards is just their patterns, their artwork. One of the major ones that I absolutely adored growing up was the Gate Guardian from Magic Ruler. That card nowadays, if you have it like PSA graded, like graded in a thick acrylic as a 10, that's probably about a $400 or $500 card. So if you have that, keep it. But it started out with that. And I remember the first time I ever got introduced to it was through my cousin Beth. And one day I was at a sleepover at her house. Granted, we were kids when this just happened, but she had a Yu-Gi-Oh! Kaiba starter deck. That's the first time I ever saw a Blue Eyes White Dragon. One of the coolest pieces of artwork I've ever seen. The original Blue Eyes. And from there, I started collecting. My first packs of cards was from Magic Ruler, and surprisingly enough, the second pack that I ever pulled was Snatch Steal. Granted, that one had been on the ban list for a very long time until I think it came back in recent years. I haven't really kept up with it. But that card, if I had taken care of it, that would probably be about a $40 or $50 card. Just because of that it is a classic. So, it all started from there. I started watching the show. I started watching the reruns on Cartoon Network. Labyrinth of the Nightmare. God, that was, like, the anime was so good growing up, even though you could obviously tell what effects were foolish and what weren't. Fast forward, following to all, like, the cards that I collected. I collected all the classics. And if I had been mindful enough, I wish I had kept some of those in a good condition, because I could have made some money off of that. But I remember, like, the first time, like, hearing how expensive, like, cards were, because packs of, Well, actually, I think they were like $3.65 back when I was in middle school and the early parts of high school. Nowadays, they're close to about $4.50 a pack, depending on wherever you go. But the classics like Legend of the Blue Eyes, going all the way up into, I think for me the classic side of it ended with Rise of Destiny. After that, it wasn't all that great. But I think one of my favorite boxes that ever came out was Invasion of Chaos. Invasion of Chaos was the biggie back when I was in 6th grade. I mean, it was the one with all the expensive cards. And to this day, for the better part of that, those cards are still extremely valuable. Granted, that came out like 14, 15 years ago. But I also remember being in major competition with my cousins, playing with the cards, thinking that, oh, I wanted to beat them, because of some sort of rivalry. Kids are weird. Like me and with my rivalry with my cousins. But then I remembered what happened with the second season of Yu-Gi-Oh! And that is when the Egyptian gods came out. The Egyptian god cards. When I was a kid, I was fascinated, considering they were the most powerful within the entire card game. Which, nowadays, I mean, they're not really that great, and not many people use them in their decks. I do know that much. Simply because it takes a sacrifice of 3 cards to bring them out. They're pretty bad, eh? But I think out of the God cards, I think my all-time favorite was the Winged Dragon of Ra. To me, the Winged Dragon of Ra had so many cool effects, had such cool artwork, and seeing it on Kids WV when I was growing up, coming out, with Merrick Ishtar's deck, dude, that was so epic. Because he used to just burn everything like... Yes, I did that. But those were the good times with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! Got me through a lot of bad parts in my life. Like with my parents' separation when I was 14. And just all the other stuff that happens that comes with growing up. That card game got me through a lot. And I still miss the classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I'm sorry, I don't like pendulums. If you play the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game, I hate pendulums. I despise them. Links, I don't understand them. XYZs or XZs, those are my favorite because they're simple. But other than that, nope. Which, I mean, if you all remember in the early days of this channel before I moved to Florida, I used to open a few packs, especially with speed dueling. I like the concept of speed dueling because it's pretty neat. It's old school, like it should be. But when I end the vlog, I might actually start, like I said, you guys, it's all up in the air at this point. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. There's a lot of things, a lot of facets, but I don't want to do a daily vlog because, I mean, as you can all tell, I don't need to bring it up in this vlog. But you guys, I am glad I got to sit down and tell you all a storytime vlog about one of my biggest obsessions growing up. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. But you guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. That will keep you in the loop on daily content of my life here in the state of Florida. Stay posted, stay tuned, keep in touch with me at DreamPoet at Facebook, as well as my Instagram and the links below. Thank you all for the love and support. I love you all very much. Peace, you guys.